So welcome back to yet another episode of season 4. This is episode 3, and we are in one of my favorite spots in Little Italy, Centani.
I know. It's and I'm excited. Great cocktails and a super cool vibe in this place. I mean, this is a place, I know you've been here a few times. Great place to check out, and it's new. So it's like, you know, we're talking only a few months old. So it's a hidden gem.
And we found out by accident that my Irish friend could actually get in. You don't have to be Italian, although it helps a lot.
Yeah.
Right
now I'm Joe Gamini.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, we are going to meet one of the folks that kind of makes this place run. We're going to learn a little bit about some of their favorite bourbon cocktails and ones we think you should try when you stop out. And just find out as much as we can about Centani.
That's right. So let's kick it off. So Michael, why don't you tell us your name as well as what's the address here at Centani?
That's a tough one.
That's a good one. I don't know the address, but we're right between Guarino's and Valerio's on Mayfield in Little Italy. Address isn't even out there, I don't think. So go through the alley between Valerio's and the building next door, and you'll find us in the back.
And that's the mystique. That's the mystique of Centani.
It's kind of fun to go through the alley, and we have some lights strung up So far we've had Christmas lights, and then we put up some Valentine's Day decorations across the alley. So it seems to be inviting. People like that hidden aspect of this.
So talk to us about how you got started. How'd you end up with this awesome speakeasy?
So, hospitality and cocktails and spirits have been a passion. It's kind of been a multi-year, just natural learning kind of experience, and the natural progression for me was to want to own a bar. You know, I was making drinks at home with my friends. I'm helping my friends do a better job at making drinks at their house instead of just having the booze and maybe some soda and cranberry or whatever. You know, teaching about cutting up citrus, juicing some juice, having some simple syrup, putting the vermouth in the refrigerator, things like that. And then I just wanted to have a bar. I wanted to have a place where people can come and just enjoy and just take care of them, you know, just have a party every night. So the opportunity arose. I bumped into one of my partners who was on the corner at La Dolce Vita with his cousin Terry, and we just started talking. And he's with a group of gentlemen who buy property in Little Italy and preserve them. And he said, me and my guys want to have a speakeasy, and I said, Little Italy needs a cocktail bar. Not that they don't have great bars in Little Italy, but a dedicated cocktail bar. I was living down here at the time. I was down here for about 5 years. And at that time, I was going to cocktail bars all over, wherever I went. And I wanted one here in my backyard. So we talked about it. It fell apart. I went on to try to do something in Larchmere, in Shaker, you know, by Shaker Square.
Mm-hmm.
Went down that road pretty far, and that thing didn't happen for a bunch of different reasons. Then I got a call back from David, my partner, who said, you know, we bought this building, we think it'd be great for the speakeasy, and do you want to do it? So I said, yeah, let's do it. So it took a couple of years to get it together. We have 8 partners now, which is a lot. And we bought this building. This was an apartment. You're sitting in the apartment of this building. And we renovated it. We wanted to make it look like it's been here, you know, forever, and just create a cool space.
Well, the cool thing, and the reason you hesitated on the address is obviously, and for folks when they come down here, they usually have a sign right on the street. He is right. It is right between the Guarino's parking lot and Valeria. There's an alley. You just walk down the alley. You think you're going the wrong way, but you do see a sign, and you'll see the Centani logo right on the post before you walk up a couple steps and come on in. But it is a small, intimate place, but it is a super friendly vibe when you walk in. That's one thing I noticed. And I'm here to tell you, as a 55, can you believe that now? There are a lot of young people here. but there are also a lot of people my age here. It is a nice blend of clientele, in my opinion, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is, and all of us, the partners, are old. You know, I'm gonna be 60 in May, and I think I'm one of the younger ones. So between the people we all know, and then you know, the Instagram attracts a younger crowd. So so it is. It's a great mix, and it's been pretty consistent. And you know, we have a little bit of everything for everybody. We do shots, we have beers, we have wine, we have the cocktails. The Amaro is what we really focus on. So.
And what are the most popular? Like when because there's so much that you offer. When people come in here, what do they tend to get?
They tend to get our espresso martini. I think if you looked at the volume, those are always up there. We also sell a lot of the our Italian chocolate version of a Boulevardier, which I'll probably make for you. We sell most of that. I'm trying to look at the list. The Amaro Sour is popular. Oh, the Blood and Honey, which is a drink that Alex made up, is a really good drink. That's it's made with gin. It's got yellow chartreuse and some Amaro in there. That's really popular. That's pretty new. Our House Negroni is really popular. It's probably my favorite. You know, we blend some different sweet vermouths and some different bitters, and so it's a Negroni, but it's a little bit of a twist. So the cocktails are really what's selling by far, more than beer and wine, more than just spirits or even classics. So.
I think too, the thing I noticed coming in, I came in with my family, that you know, the servers are all very knowledgeable, and you know, the menu can be a little overwhelming at first when you look at it, because you're trying to figure out what is what, especially with the Amaros in it.
Yeah.
And but you just say, look, here's what I like, and they found, you know, I seem to recall there was a martini with shaved Parmesan on it.
That's the espresso martini.
Yeah.
We do that a savory style with,
yes.
the aged Parmesan. Then we do more of a sweet one with with a, I think it's a bourbon infused whipped cream, maybe, or just a whipped cream. So when I get that drink, I just get it plain. But some, you know, people like the cheese, people like the foam.
But it was cool. They recommended it. They said, just give it a try. You'll like it.
And it's not a chocolatey dessert espresso martini. It's a cocktail. It's balanced. It's good, and we sell a lot of them. I laugh because it's vodka. We use vodka in our espresso martini, and I prefer bourbon in my espresso martini or in any drink. So
Man after her own heart.
we're not a bourbon bar, but I like bourbon and rye. So yeah, so that's what we sell. We sell a lot of the cocktails and espresso martinis.
So as a bourbon enthusiast, what is your bourbon of choice? If you can have anything.
I like Eagle Rare. I mean, I just like Eagle Rare. I like a lot of bourbons. I like rye, but if I had to pick one bourbon, I'd just pick Eagle Rare.
That's a great choice.
It is a great choice. I think what have we landed on that we like? We like the Wellers. The Wellers are always good. The Weller Full Proof is really good.
I don't think I've ever had that.
You got to try that.
And I like.
We can't get it. It's only consigned to restaurants.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know. We're trying to work those angles. I like the Noah's Mill and the Rowan's Creek. You ever had the Rowan's Creek?
I've had Rowan's Creek, not Noah's Mill.
Yeah, you can taste that.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else? I mean, you know.
But you have a nice selection.
I mean,
You have a little Blanton's.
I was going to
Ezra.
say, Blanton's is always, never disappoints.
Yeah, and I like Sazerac. I like the ryes. I like the Michter's rye. I mean, it's all good. I mean,
Absolutely.
what don't I like?
Yeah,
Really? That's the best. You should open a bar. So, you know, talk to people who might want to come down to Little Italy and, you know, want to just roll in on a Friday or Saturday night. Talk to them about what you would suggest the best strategy for them. You know, if they're going to come down and visit, and they do want to visit Centani, because it's a small location.
It's small, and we I would just say, you know, in between dinner and after dinner is a good bet. You know, to come in at like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Because we're pretty popular before dinner and after dinner, and that was kind of our concept. We wanted to have a place, most people come to Little Italy for dinner.
That's right.
And then they come down, they have dinner, and they go home. So we wanted to be one of the places that you can go before dinner and after dinner. And we also, once, our phase 2 with the pizza oven and the outdoor patio happens, we're going to be open earlier on the weekends and Friday, I think starting at like 2 or 3. So, come down, have a pizza, we're doing the aperitivo hour. So we're going to have a menu that's more lower ABV, Italian classic aperitivo cocktails and spritzes, a bunch of spritzes. Right now we have one spritz. So small bites with a drink before dinner, open up your appetite. But for people coming down, just come, if we're on a wait, we take your name, we'll give you a buzz the minute something opens up, and there's plenty of places around to hang out and wait.
You do have a good, I did that. I was at dinner, I ran over in between dinner, put my name in, and then you just give your cell phone and they text you, come on
I
over.
remember you. I think was that night I was
Yeah.
working at the front door.
Yeah, you were.
I do that once in a while until everyone gets mad at me and says, you're not working at the front door anymore. But yeah, so that's kind of how it's working. We had been on a wait, but
It's a good thing.
It's hit or miss.
It's a good thing.
And what are the hours? Like,
So we're open at 4, Wednesday through Sunday, 4 till whenever. So if we're, our license goes till 2:30. We haven't been open till 2:30, but we're definitely on the weekends. We're not doing last call until at least 12:30. Wednesday, Thursday, we might call it at 11:30 or midnight, depending on how many people are in here. If we think, But I like to be open. It's a discussion between us and the people that are actually working here, the staff, But we want to be open. I think you got to be open for people to come, So yeah, you just come in and we'll get you in, and it's been really good.
And how has your reception been in Little Italy with the other merchants and
Great.
restaurants?
Great. I know because I've lived here, I know most of the owners of the other places, and we just want to add to it. We want to just add to the neighborhood. There's everybody has their own vibe. The bars and the restaurants are really great. So we're just bringing this bar without a lot of food to the picture, and really for people to come before and after dinner and to hang out and something to do.
and then, how do you park in Little Italy?
They got the valets back finally.
I have to admit,
Finally.
having the valet is important.
Yeah. My recommendation is to come around 4, park on the street, and it's good. But it gets hairy. The other night I was here. I got here late, like around 6:30, and I had to find a spot. But you could valet. That's the easiest thing. And most people are coming down there having dinner anyway, so they valet.
It's the easiest for sure.
And they have a central valet now that they didn't have before, right over there in the corner.
They have that, but they still have it right in front of Valerio's.
Oh, that's different. Okay.
It's all combined.
Oh, it's the same. I
Yeah,
got you.
so
I
you
got
can park at any of the valet stands and go anywhere, and
Gotcha.
you can end up anywhere else and just give them your ticket, and they'll get your car from wherever you are. So you don't have to go back to where you started
Gotcha.
necessarily. So
All right.
it hasn't
Great
hurt.
job.
People come, and I think there's other places opening up now. Maxie's opened up a little speakeasy room upstairs, so that's cool. And I think the more the merrier. It just brings more people down, more things to do.
There's like something for everybody. You have your place, the Bogata. You just want to go in and just have a beer. Tolly,
Tolly's
was
great.
down there.
Yeah.
That's really nice. There's a nice little
Lounge
seat.
Leo is on Maria.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You just walk around and there's just a lot here.
It's good. The more there is, the better it is. It's more, it's like a destination. You don't go to Tremont because there's one bar.
Right.
You go to Tremont, there's 5, 6
options,
different
exactly.
pool bars. There's 100 different restaurants. So, so the neighborhood's great. I come here most of the time for my own entertainment. Not here, but for the restaurants.
Yeah.
When do you expect to start doing the pizzas?
Well, the oven's in. We're hoping to open that up by the end of April. But it's really like opening up another venue. So we have a lot of kinks to work out. Valerio's our partner, one of my partners, and he.
It's my favorite restaurant.
Yeah,
I love him.
He's amazing.
Comes out, towel over his shoulder.
He's amazing, and it was
that's a
his
great spot.
dream to do the pizza oven, and we have that in the back. That's a garage that we converted. We've got, I think, a semicircular bar counter with about 8 or 9 seats, and then we're going to have another bunch of tables out there. So we'll be serving, our aperitivo cocktails during that early evening, and then we're going to switch over to our regular cocktail menu in the later evening.
And are you open? I probably know the answer to this, but like I know you're closed Mondays and Tuesdays, correct? Or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or just
No,
Monday,
we're
Tuesday?
open Sunday. We're closed on Monday, Tuesday, but we're probably going to open up Tuesday once we get going outside in the summer.
I was just saying, on an off day, would you ever be open to somebody, renting the
Oh yeah,
space?
yeah. We do events. We do. You can rent out the whole place. You can rent out the whole place any night. It's just more expensive on a Saturday than it's going to be on a Monday.
Of course.
And we did. I took over this room Saturday night for a party. We had about 15 people, so we can do that without you having to rent out the place. You can just take that side or take this room for a couple hours, and we would have like a minimum that you'd have to spend, but it wouldn't be like
Crazy.
what it would be to rent out the whole place. So we do that, yeah, and it's cool.
Well, I think we need to get into the good stuff now.
I think so.
Start
yeah.
drinking some of the Centani cocktails. So, what are you going to make for us first?
I'll make an Amaro sour. If anybody, are you interested in Amaro sour? Can I sell you an Amaro sour?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'll make you the Chocolate Strata, which is our bourbon-based Boulevardier twist.
Perfect.
Amaro
Sour.
with Old Forester with the 86 proof. We just had some Old Forester at Old 86 recently, so I think we're on an Old Forester kick.
Yeah, I'm totally good with that. I'll take that kick.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh my god,
That is good stuff.
that's a great drink.
It's, isn't
And
it?
what I also I love the chilled glass. It adds to it. This is this is one for our viewing audience. This will get you in trouble because it's so smooth. And I think you put it best. I mean, a balanced drink is really important, and you nailed this.
Thank you.
So, can you just remind everyone what are all the ingredients that we've got
So
here?
this is Old Forester bourbon, Averna, which is an Amaro. All our cocktails have some Amaro, one way or another. It's got a little bit of simple syrup. It's got lemon juice, and it's got the egg white, which helps give it that foam on top.
And now that we're sort of back on camera, could you explain a little bit what an Amaro is again?
So
Come on.
Amari are liqueurs. We featured ones strictly from Italy, but they're made all over the world. They're made in the United States. They go back a long time. They were originally used for medicinal purposes, back in the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s. They're neutral grain spirit infused with different stuff,
Botanicals.
barks, herbs, spices, citrus, and a lot of families have their own family recipes. They're all highly protected, secret, and different, and they're either wine based or spirit based, and then they dilute them and they add some sugar. They'll have some amounts of sugar, and they're usually in the lower ABV range, in the upper teens to under like 22%.
And for people who come in, they should know that when you look at the menu, there's a whole page and a half or a page of Amaros
Yeah,
you
we-
can choose from, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, we have about 30 different ones right now. All these are Amaro. Those bottles up there are vintage, which we just have on display. But we're trying to get our hands on as many different ones as we can, and we focus on the Italian ones. And we do, they're typically drank neat or chilled, or with a lemon peel, or with soda. I mean, these are really good just with like a highball with Amaro and soda. That's how they're, or mixing cocktails. So that's kind of what we are. We're in Little Italy. We're featuring Italian drinking culture and celebrating that, and that's kind of the concept.
And how readily available is that for just the average
This
person?
is everywhere. Averna's everywhere. Montenegro's everywhere. A lot of these are not hard to get in Ohio. There's so many more outside of Ohio that are easier to get. So that's tough when you want to be in a Amaro bar to be one in Ohio, because it's just harder. So we have to sell what we can buy in Ohio, but there's avenues for it with the wine distributors, and just got to do some work.
Well, I have to say, to kick things off, this drink was absolutely horrible.
Oh my
So
God,
much so I
why?
drank the whole one.
Would you
No,
spill it?
I'll tell you what, this would actually be a.
spill it?
Yeah, no kidding. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Yeah.
That actually easy. I mean, that's kind of a year-round thing. I mean, I could see that like on a hot summer day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We have a lot. We're going to be doing a lot of spritzes with Amaro. We're going to be doing, the Negroni is a great outdoor.
Always a
drink.
great one, yeah.
A lot of times when eggs are used,
You don't taste it, do you?
Yeah, in that drink,
Yeah.
and smell or taste it. Like,
We had
it really was
Well, we
it was
gave
a
you the
perfect.
fresh eggs. Sometimes, no.
Well, we
I'm
had-
just gonna say,
If you come on Sunday, good. No, we had. But what did we have, Joe? Was a sidecar or something? Was something with the foam on the top, and it you know what, like wet dog. It smelled and tasted
Yeah.
like that. But that's what we talked a little about the aquafaba. But when you did it with the egg, I don't taste that at all. It adds it's the way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, well, and we don't use too much. You don't have to use like a whole egg white.
Right.
So we're not doing too much.
Right.
All right. See,
All right, what do we got next?
So next you have your choice. You could do like the Black Manhattan, the Manhattan Nera, which is it's not an original, it's a classic. It's got Rittenhouse rye, and we use Averna, but you can use almost anything you want. I like it with the Chinar. Or we can do the Little Italy, which is another Manhattan variation with Rittenhouse rye and Chinar.
So let's try that. Let's try the Little Italy.
Okay, let's do it.
All right,
Since we're
maybe
in
we'll
Little
do,
Italy.
we might do 3.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just remind our audience what's this drink?
What'd you just make us?
This is a Little Italy.
Okay.
It's a Manhattan variation. So we have Rittenhouse rye, we have Averna, which is our Italian Amaro, and we have it's Rittenhouse rye. It's the Carpano
Carpano.
Antica Formula Vermouth, and it's the Chinar artichoke-based Amaro.
How do you like that? Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Wow. 100% yes.
So that Rittenhouse is 100 proof bottled and bond rye. So it's
Good stuff.
high proof.
I've had
It
the
is, but you don't feel like in this.
It tastes great.
This
Right.
tastes great. It doesn't overwhelm the drink at all.
They're both, this one and the Amaro Sour, are just clean. Best way to describe it,
They're
you know?
great drinks. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
they're great drinks. The next.
So tell us what you made us this time.
Chocolata Strata, which is
I've had these. They're awesome.
our version of a Boulevardier with bourbon, chocolate nib infused Campari, and sweet vermouth, served over a big ice cube with a orange twist, and this chocolate coated Pocky stick.
Yes, please.
I know, and you know what? It's the big. I was saying it's the biggest ice cube I've ever seen. This
I love
is awesome. So
Cheers.
cheers.
Yeah, enjoy. I'll drive you home.
Isn't that fantastic?
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
It's amazing.
It's
That
amazing.
is.
It's a great
And
drink.
it's a special drink because it's not one that you get like. You go to a lot of restaurants. You have a lot of cocktails. That is not something that's unique.
And
Now-
you can sip it,
I feel like you're sandbagging because you said you're not a good bartender. Meanwhile, We've had 3 fantastic drinks. So I think, and I will respect this move, by the way, you just didn't want to make the drinks. You're going to have someone else do it. So I get that. It's like when I told my daughter, can you make me a grilled cheese? Because you make them the best.
Right. No, you know what? I can make a good drink. I can't make a good drink for 45 minutes.
Well, you can make. I would say you can make a great drink.
Yes.
I mean, and we were just talking about it. The attention to detail is off the charts. It really is. I mean, and that's what. This is the kind of stuff that, when we talk about going to places and we talk about spending our hard-earned money, this is worth coming out and having a drink or having to, and being in this cool vibe of a place. And honestly, one of my favorite parts of the city, Little Italy, even though sometimes as my paisan over here tells me I'm not always allowed here. Being a non-paisan.
I'm not Italian either. But I love Italy, and I love living in Little Italy.
Exactly.
And I love Amaro, and I love Italian Amaro. I love Negronis.
But these drinks are so they're perfect drinks. I mean, honestly, this is something that I could totally see at the end of the night. It's a great to finish things off.
But he said it best. I mean, being able to go to a place like this, and I know you said there's other places opening up in Little Italy. Little Italy's really turning into a great destination for the evening. You come early, bar hop a little bit, go to a couple clubs, have dinner. That's what it's all about. I mean, who wants to drive around and try to find parking here and there?
Right,
I
you
mean,
park once,
stay
you
here,
see valet,
You valet it.
and then you're here, and there is stuff to do, and there's, and then there's the gelato place at the corner. It's amazing gelato.
Gelato or Presties.
That's the place that used to be in Bay Village or Rocky River. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. Too is, I mean, as you talked about, coming April, like in the springtime frame, you're going to start to have the pizza oven, and you'll have outdoor space.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
That's going to be.
It'll be good.
That's super cool.
So my question is, Hannah always mean when you come to the front door? And she
Mean?
says mean, and she says you don't have a reservation. I'm totally. Hannah is so nice when she's one of the. Is she one of
She's
the
our
managers?
GM,
Okay.
and she's great, and
She is
Alex
great.
is great. Our staff is amazing. Like
Yeah.
I sit there and just watch them.
I saw you kind of just doing your.
Yeah, but even when I'm, coming in as just to drink,
Yeah.
have a drink, and I just look at the people that are behind the bar and working here, they're all, they're
Knowledgeable.
amazing, they're professional,
Yep.
They don't get annoyed.
no,
Can I just tell you? I mean, literally.
they get annoyed
Regardless
with
of
me.
the-
They do.
But literally with the questions. I mean, look. Do you have one of the menus?
Yeah.
So if you look at this menu, Joe, it could be, like, hey, what do I want? They have these drinks. Then you have all these Amaris. And I heard people around me, I'll take the such and such. I'm sorry, that's an Amari. They don't get annoyed. They're like, okay, here's what I would recommend. What do you like? Okay, well, let's go over here. Let's check this out. Well, why don't you try this with this and this? That says a lot about you, and it says a lot about the way you want your staff to operate.
Different thing. I mean, we're focusing on Amaro, which is, not on the tip of everyone's tongue. So
Right.
we're trying to, we're promoting that, and we have to explain it. We got to get people to. So we're doing. Actually, we started doing flights. So we'll do like 4 different
Okay.
Amari. So right now we have a flight with some kind of entry level.
Okay.
We have the Montenegro, the Averna, and then we have the Fernet and the Braulio. So it's like it goes from easy to bitter.
Is that new?
Well, it's new since you've been here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's and we've been selling flights, which is great
That's
because
nice.
it gives the staff a chance to focus on learning 4 instead of 35 at once, and then so they get used to explaining them and tasting them, and we're starting to get guests to come back, and they want different ones now. So we're going to do like feature a flight each month, but if people want to deviate, we'll create a custom one. But
So the reality is, I mean, part of it's like educating people on
Yeah.
this type of liqueur and this.
It's a different thing.
It's exactly.
what is it? Like you guys asked, what's an Amaro? What is it? They didn't know what it was when they started working here. Now kind of excited about it. And it's all about Italy, you know, it's all about that and the celebrating that. And then the aperitivo cocktails, the spritzes,
You said you have a spritz on the menu. So what spritz do you have?
it's called the Centani Spritz, and Alex created that. It's got pineapple rum, Cynar, this other house-made ingredient that I don't even know how to pronounce, and bitters, and then the prosecco and the club soda are the backbone of the spritzes. So
You could make an Aperol spritz if somebody
Yeah.
wanted it. Yeah.
yes, that's
Yeah.
a basic thing. It's just
Aperol.
3-2-1 and,
Yeah.
and with the ice and whatever fruit you want to put in, orange wedge. But so what we're doing is we're going to expand this to maybe 7 or 8 different spritzes. We're going to have a bunch of different Negronis and Negroni variations. We're going to have the classic aperitivo cocktails, the like Milano Torino, Americano, and all of that on this aperitivo menu that you'll get. You sit down, you'll get olives, chips, and nuts with your drink, and then if you want to order other stuff, the pizzas, we have charcuterie, Italian meat and cheese. That's what it is. It's very simple. We're not a restaurant. We're not competing with the restaurants. We just want to have something before dinner. We don't want to spoil your appetite. And then, in the summer it's going to be really, really great.
Well, I'm excited to have your first pizza that you promised us to.
That's right.
for
That's
us.
right. For all of our,
No, but I
for
am
all of our
excited.
viewers, just stop down. There's free pizza.
Free pizza, free drinks.
Yeah.
Everything's free.
Yeah, tomorrow. That's right.
Right, we're free nights are Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah,
No, we can't thank you enough. This has been an outstanding opportunity to come in and be here when the crowds aren't here. I've been here a few times. It's a phenomenal place. Experience Little Italy in general. Have dinner and come by here. Staff will treat you right. The management will treat you right. The menu is phenomenal, and the cocktails you're going to get are going to be top flight.
I mean, this is honestly like we talked about earlier. Great spirits. I mean, you can just get a straight whatever you want, but the cocktails that you made tonight were spot on. They're 100% like perfect cocktails, and I think what you're offering, especially in Little Italy, that's something that's not offered everywhere. So like this drink right here, this is the first one I've had like this. So I can't thank you enough. We
Yes.
appreciate your
I
hospitality.
appreciate you coming. This is exciting for
Absolutely.
Yeah.
us.
Can't wait to come down.
So we expect you guys all to come down and visit Centani. It is phenomenal. Even if you can't pronounce the name, Centani means 100 years, and it's a cheer that Italians give to one another to live 100 years and enjoy 100 years. Stop down here in Little
That's
Italy. You'll have
right.
a great time.
Centani.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks again. I appreciate it.
Thanks again, man.
Thank you.
You want